Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to start something new that I want to talk about. I'm going to try and do this I'm going to try and do one every day of a new show. Well, not a new show, like a newer show, but one newer, maybe some older, and a newer show that I've started watching. If you guys are a big fan of emergency response shows and police shows, and you haven't already watched these, go watch them. If you want to. Also, if you want to see more content like this, subscribe, because I post this kind of I'm going to start trying to post this kind of content every day, and I post content like Christian content, Christian music, all these kind of things every day. But the show I want to talk about is a show that was on for, I think, a little bit more than 5 years. But I could be wrong. It could have only been on for 5 years. I think it was on a little bit more than that. But I think the only reason why it has 5 seasons is because it did not follow the rules of coming on each and every year. I think it came on maybe once every two or 3 years. But I'm talking about 911 Lone Star. It's one of my favorite shows. I watched it, not watched all of season 5, but I have watched season 1 through 4. I've watched some of season 5 almost all the way to the end, but not really. Well, I've pretty much watched it all the way to the end, but I haven't actually finished it. So I restarted it because I don't think I remembered anything from it. But there's a lot of drama in it. So I'm gonna talk about my three favorite good characters that I feel like are kind of good characters, and my 3 favorite villains. So, there's, starting at number 1, there's Captain Owen Strand. Going to number 2, there's Captain Tubbock Vega, which is the paramedic fire captain. Paramedic captain. And then starting at number 3 for my 3 favorite good characters is gotta be TK Strand. And then starting at my first favorite villain. I don't really know if they would count as a villain, but it would have to be Dustin Shepard, because he yes, I get he probably was frustrated that Michelle Blake was accusing him of, since day one of her sister got when her sister went missing from season 1, episode 1, 3 years before that. happened before that the show came on. That character had went missing, and she was always always wanting to find her, but I don't know why she would think anything was she would have been able to find her if Dustin Shepard would have killed her. So, I felt like he was kind of like the villain of season 1. I also felt like, Michelle Blake was a villain of season 1. And then another villain of this. I'm only on season 2 so far from when I restarted it. And another villain from season 1 would be Iris Blake, Michelle Blake's younger sister. And it's not because she went missing or anything. It's because she kind of was a little crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean this in she needed some help because she was suffering from schizophrenia, and I don't exactly know what that is, but it made her by the beginning of season 2. She had quit to go work, go volunteer, full-time volunteer with, like, I'm guessing a, like, little, company or whatever that, helped people that were like her sister that had, like, some kind of, mental illness or something like that. So that is something that's my three. That's my 3 good guys and my 3 bad guys for that show. There's 3 good guys and 3 bad guys for 3 other shows I want to talk about. For the Rookie, I have 3 good guys and 3 bad guys I want to talk about. John Nolan's a good guy. I like Detective Harper. I kind of like, it's kind of up and down, so she's probably going to be the 3rd one. No, I'm going to talk about 5 for each. So, John Nolan's, so far I have 5, even though there's been 8 seasons. I like Nolan. And then I like Bailey Noon. Like John Nolan, Bailey Noon, Lucy Chen, and then Bradford, and then Harper. Then my least favorite, or my top 5 favorite kind of villainy people would have to be Elijah Stone, Oscar Hutchins, Jason Weiler, Liam Glasser, Elijah Stone, Oscar Hutchinson, Jason Weiler, Liam Glasser, and then Harrison Novak. No, Harrison Novak, and then Liam Glasser. The reason why I put those two at the last is because they're not really my biggest fans. Like, I don't really like them that much. They're like my least favorite villains. And that time I technically did mention pretty much all villains. But I only like, I don't really like Liam Glasser and Harrison Novak for reasons you guys might not think of. I get scared very easily. So when it comes to the documentary episodes or the serial killing episodes, I can sit through it, but if I gotta go poo, I don't mean to creep you guys out or gross you guys out, I will probably poop myself watching those. Repeat myself. Because that's how scary it gets. But I've gotten to the point where it's gotten a little bit more controllable with the scariness. But I don't like them because they're creepy. B, they kill people all the time for absolutely no reason. They're murderers. And one just beats and kills women. The other one beats and kills both men and women. And then tries his hardest not to mess up and get caught and doesn't want anyone to know that those are his kills. On the other hand, Harrison Novak wants everyone to know that those are his kills. He does not care if he gets caught and arrested or anything like that. But he's got if you guys been watching the show all the way to season 8, he's now said that he lied. We already know that's not true because they all said that he's the kind of person that wants everyone to know his kills. Plus, the person that Wesley was going up against in the DA run was trying to make him lose, and she was trying to do it by any means necessary. So if that meant getting him feeding a serial killer information to let another serial killer get away and get out of prison, she would do it. So I'm pretty sure she was part of it, and I'm pretty sure another person who might have been a part of it, or they both teamed up to get each other out, or whatever, get Liam Glasser out, was Liam Glasser's lawyer and Vivian that was running for DA too. Or it could have just been Liam Glasser's lawyer. Anyways, another show I want to talk about, but before we go on to that show, if you guys are huge X-Men fan, or Marvel fan, I want you guys to know that if you guys do watch The Rookie, you might recognize him from another thing, the X-Men movie series, because he's the original Iceman. If you didn't, now you know. Next, I want to talk about 911. The original 911. 911 has been my favorite show ever since it came on. I've always liked Bobby Nash, Athena Grant, Eddie Diaz, Evan Buckley, Chimney, Henrietta Wilson, her kids, Athena Grant's kids, and that's pretty much it. The villains I liked but didn't like at the same time was, can't remember his name, but it was the one that that attacked Athena, and I can't remember in what season, but he also slit another cop's throat in the next season that he was in. I don't know, it was the same season, I can't remember. But and then never really liked the other captain, the older captain that always was always a jerk to everyone, that was also in season 8. And never really liked Athena Grant's first husband, and it's not because he was gay. It was not because he was black. It was just because I didn't really like him much. He wasn't. I didn't really think he was a good character or a good fit. And they didn't really seem like they matched very well. Unlike Athena and Bobby, they matched very good, I felt like. I've always liked Henrietta's wife. I I've never liked, never really liked, well, I don't actually think it was him. I think it was the girl, either his lawyer or someone that they sent police to her door to make sure he wasn't gonna hurt her. And when the cop was leaving, she snuck up behind him and slit his throat. So I never really liked her. Never really liked, excuse me. I never really liked, I never really liked the original 911 dispatcher that Maddie took, I believe, took her position when she moved away and just pretty much ghosted Evan Buckley. Don't remember if she was ever back in the show or not. I never really liked the guy he dated in season 7. I never really liked the guy that I think him and I can't remember her name, but Athena's daughter is going to date or was dating. And I really liked him. This wasn't really I don't really think he was really a good character in the show. I never really liked can't remember his name, but it was the guy that was in the fire in the original state that Bobby Nash was from before he moved to LA and became a firefighter. That got burnt from the fire that Bobby Nash set on accident from when he was an alcoholic. But I never really liked him that much. I never really liked the white cops from the season where they pulled Athena's family over and pulled the gun out on them all because they were black. I didn't really like that because I don't like that kind of stuff. I didn't really like them or like that. And another guy from the rookie that I could not stand was Doug Stanton. Heck no. I could not, I couldn't stand. I never really liked from the 911. I never really liked I never really liked Maddie and Buck's parents. But now time to move on to 911 Nashville, the newest 911. Ever since it came on, I've always liked Blue. I've always liked Donald, Captain Hart. I've always liked Lieutenant Hart. I've always liked Blythe. I've always liked pretty much like the 911 the 911 dispatcher Cammy and the whole 113. Um, but I never can stand Blue's mom or uh, the cop that is also roommates with Blue's girlfriend. Um, I could never stand. I could never stand the I could never stand any of the um, couldn't stand the um, couldn't stand the old lady that her son called 911 because or whatever, someone called, I believe it was her son called 911, and she just couldn't take it anymore that her husband had promised her that after he retired they would go on vacation. He took forever to actually finally retire, and then once he did and they started going traveling the world, he wanted to go back home, and so she had enough and killed him. I never liked her from that episode. I didn't really like the hacker from the hacking episodes. That I believe also hacked into uh, into hacked LA when in 911. I also never really liked I didn't like the producer from an episode like a week or so ago. I couldn't stand the girl who killed her own sister because she wanted to give her a loan and then went took her daughter and was trying to frame their dad or her daughter's dad, and I couldn't stand her because just because her sister wanted to give her a loan, she killed her. Then she wanted to kill her daughter, which her sister's daughter. How would that make sense if her? Well, I guess she was trying to make it look like she put on gloves so nobody could tell the fingerprints, and I guess I'm thinking she used her other hand to try and used her sister's daughter's other hand to put her fingerprints on it while slitting her wrist. I didn't like her very much. I couldn't stand, could never stand, could never stand, I could never stand, Blythe's dad, or, could never stand, I could, I've always liked, since the first appearance of, Agent Turner, but I never liked the other people that were in his grief group. They were just crazy to me. They didn't really seem like a good fit for the show and for a grief group. They were just too laughy and too like crazy for them to be in a grief group or to be in a show like that and be in a grief group in the show. I just didn't really like the way they were laughing all the time and all that. I didn't really like I never could really stand the people that came into the 911 dispatching center to like make changes so they could fix all that, so they could get them to make more so they could make changes and get them more efficient, get the people that were dispatching 911 more efficient and being on calls for less time. I've seen how long I've been talking, so I'm going to get off the video, try and post this and all that. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.